Right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a few crypto news for you today. And what I've been doing, what have I been up to? I've been reading fictional stuff, chicken and mittens. And I've been checking my horoscope, and I've been trying to play the lottery, you know what I mean? Paying my idiot tax. Not really. But you know what else I've been doing too? Is listening to nice fictional TA. Oh, I love TA. Just like going to the movies and watching the Avengers or something, and like Chicken and Mittens and his little friend, his pig friend, and they're gotta get the job done. So if you guys have ever seen my channel for any period of time, I'm not too big of a fan of TA. I feel like TA with crypto is in the same league as reading your horoscope. Go get the paper, read your horoscope. If you're a Libra, you may come across a new friend today. Go to a tarot card reading, go to a psychic. Same thing with TA. So there's so many YouTubers and so many technical analysis websites on cryptocurrency, and guess what? None of them are ever right, because if it was right, guess what it would have done today? I'll give you a couple seconds. Oh, it would have guessed correctly that Bitcoin would go down to 3,600 from 4,000. It went from 4,000 to 3,800, and then from 3,800 to 3,600 in just a couple of seconds. But your TA failed you today, right? Your fictional psychic tarot card reading, going to play the lottery. You're gonna win that Mega Millions. Just put in $17, and you're definitely gonna win the Mega Millions, right? It's only 1 in 300 million chance. You're going to win. Of course you are. It's not an idiot tax. So TA is something real special in my heart. I consider it fiction. I consider it like the horoscope. And I know everyone's gonna be like, "What are you talking about? You're crazy." Well, who have you ever watched that actually correctly guessed TA and not and keyword correctly guessed TA? You see, you get your little lines out and you convince a lot of people that you're correct. Wow, 128,000 subscribers, 16,000 views, 20,000 views per TA video from Coin Mastery here. Apparently he's a coin master because he didn't correctly guess it. You take out your little lines, you make little squares, and you just connect them. Let's say I'm going to make a line from here. Let's say I'm just going to go up and put it there. Let's have a line from here too. Oh, the price is definitely going to go up here. And no, it doesn't. So, it seems like his subscriber base as well feels exactly the same way. Funny how all crypto YouTubers disappeared in the last few months. Not me. Did this guy die? He hasn't posted anything in months. Not sure if I miss him, really. He talks and talks, but rarely says anything of value. I always felt he was a Coinbase shiller and scammer, such a hero on a bull run, but a wimp on bullish run. Guy's a con artist. Where's Carter heading? So none of this ever comes out. I have no idea why people get into technical analysis that much. Let's head to another article here. Bitcoin price tanks $250 in minutes, but analysts say bullish trend is intact. It's intact, guys. Don't worry about it. It's okay. So we can see here, it goes from $4,050 to 3,800 in minutes. But Bitcoin price is still on track. Don't get me wrong, guys, because look what we did. So we could see it going up here because of a whale buy. Your TA really, it really predicted that whale purchase, right? Your TA definitely predicted that whale purchase of millions upon millions of dollars that rose at $200. And then here we go. Oh, and let's put a line at 4082 here because that signifies whatever. It makes it look better, I guess. And then we got these different colors. Oh, we got the EMA on there, so that's good. And then, back down $200. But look, if we make a little line across here, look, if we make just this little line and put it wherever we feel like putting it, right at the bottom of here, that's good. And then we'll just stretch it over here. Oh, look, it's still intact because we got our Bart Simpson here, and it then went intact. So it's still on track. And this was made a little while ago at $3,800. Oh, we're still on track. We're still on track. Hold on, guys. I'm going to show you how much we're still on track here with our TA. Oh, bam! It it just went down again. Where was your TA on that one? So guys, please stop watching TA. It's not real. It's just not. Now maybe in the crypto, maybe in the stock world, it's a little real because hey, Apple announces its iPhone 11, and so we're gonna calculate how much money they're gonna make, and we can put together that a little bit to see what their stock is gonna be and how much money they're making because it's actually relative to how much they actually make and what their company is worth. But with crypto, there's nothing. So let me give you the best advice you could possibly get. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a day trader, you should be learning all of these things. But do not rely on TA because this guy is wrong every time. And I'm going to show you a bunch of people who were wrong on price predictions, including myself, who guessed Bitcoin might be $25,000 by the end of 2018. Guess who was wrong on that? Me. So price predictions, they don't work. They don't work at all. Not in the crypto world. I'll tell you what the best thing about crypto in terms, if you are a day trader, you need to do a lot of things. You need to have patience. You need to, you need to understand all of the aspects of trading. I would say patience and news is the best thing because if news comes out, backed futures might be coming out in a week, it's likely that the price of Bitcoin is going to rise when the actual announcement of backed futures. So that's an example. Another example is Verge. Verge's secret partnership, their announcement that they were just announcing over and over and over and over, and you can see that Verge going way up, and then when they're like, hey, it's with MindGeek and Pornhub, all the way down because that's a totally useless partnership. Now, so the idea is buy the rumor, sell the news. So if you are a day trader and you don't have a ton of Bitcoin and crypto news websites up at all times and refreshing them like once an hour, you're doing it wrong because as soon as good news comes out about something, particularly good news, that price is going to rise. Now, that's not the only thing you should know in terms of trading and patience and such, but that is way better than any TA because you just can't predict these whale sell-offs, these whale purchases, and these wacky movements on crypto. Nobody cares that the price is going way down. Now, volume is another thing you should be watching, but nobody cares that the price is going down, and you created a line. Oh, and the line didn't add up just correctly, so you had to kind of squiggle the line a little bit to make it look exactly good. You know what I'm saying? That saucy TA where you gotta just kind of squiggle that line just a little bit to make it look like you want it to look like. It doesn't work. It's never worked. I've never seen anybody be correct in TA. And if they were correct, they just happened to guess correctly that time. Not every time. Because let me tell you this. If a technical analysis of cryptocurrency was a science, then there would be no markets. You might think, what do you mean by that? Well, if it was an exact science and quantifiable that the price is going to go up at this time, or the price is going to go down at this time, or it's going to flatten out at this time, etc., then that means you could quantifiably predict that every single time using science, mathematics, volume, etc. That's not the case. And if it's not the case, then you're just guessing. You're just guessing, and you're watching somebody guess. And if it's entertainment to you, then go ahead. In the same way that Love It or List It is entertainment and not any way, shape, or form like an actual home improvement show or actual home improvement, and you just watch it for entertainment, go for it. But it's not real. It never was. And like I said, if it was a science and it was quantifiable, you would know when the price is going to change, and therefore there would be no markets because everybody would know that Bitcoin is going to be $5,000 at this time, and nobody would want to sell and nobody would want to buy it because it's just going to stay flat and stable. So TA, it just doesn't work. You can do your best, but it's not real. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So this, totally false. Oh, no. It's okay, guys. The bullish trend is still intact. It only tanked $250. Look, it's going to go right back up. Look, we made our Bart Simpson and our line. I guess you didn't predict that extra. Saucy $200 drop on there, did you? Where was your TA on that one? Let's check out some more experts. Top 10 expert price prediction for 2018 and beyond. Wow. Pantera Capital thought it was going to be 20,000 by December 18. Wrong. And they are some experts indeed. Fundstrat Global Advisors, $25,000 by December 18. Wrong again. Let's see. Max Kaiser report. Max Kaiser kook report. $28,000 in play as of April 2018. Nope. Dead wrong on that. He thought it was going to be some $28,000 maybe by December, but nope, not gonna happen. Alistair Mills, $35,000 to $65,000 or to $60,000 by the next block reward halving. So that's a different story. That's going to be in 2020. So that could be more so correct than the others. So we're going to skip that one for now. Anthony Pompliano, $50,000 by December 2018. Wow, way off, my friend. Way off. Get out of the business. You know what I mean? Wow. That's way beyond. Okay, John Pfeiffer, $75,000 by December 2018. Definitely off as well. I still got the picture, the picture I saved of somebody commenting on my channel when I said $25,000, and they basically tore into me in every way, shape, or form, saying you think that Bitcoin is only going to be 25,000 after 2017's 1,000 to 20,000 by the end of 2018. You're an idiot, basically. And I was like, well, it's a conservative estimate. I don't think it's going to raise that much, and it sure didn't. I was way off in the price, but at least not as off as most of these people. We got 100,000 by 2018, dead wrong, and then the other ones are by 2020 with the John McAfee prediction and Brian Kelly, Tim Draper, etc. by 2022. So very interesting. That how everybody is wrong. So your TA has failed you. Your TA will always fail you. It doesn't work with crypto. It's not tied to anything like Apple stock or Google stock or something like that is. It's not tied to an amount that they are worth and what they might be worth in the future. It's tied to nothing except speculation and news and its overall use case. So stop. Just stop with the TA, because I see people all the time live on YouTube, 60, 100 people watching this person just talk about TA and putting squiggly lines. I'm tired of the squiggly lines, because if it doesn't match up, maybe it's right here. They got to go, they gotta catch that bottom, make like squiggle that line just a little bit to make sure that everything looks good. It's all fake. It's fake. You're watching entertainment, and if it's that entertaining to you, go for it. But it's none of them are ever true, ever. And if it was true, you're like, well, I know this one guy that correctly predicted it. Well, yeah, it correctly predicted it once. Let's see him correctly predict the next one. It's not going to happen. So it is 10 years since Hal Finney's running Bitcoin tweet, January 10th, 2009, shortly after I think he received the first Bitcoin, I think on the 9th of January, if I'm not mistaken on that date, and then he tweeted this, running Bitcoin, January 2009, and a whole bunch of likes and retweets on that one, probably over the years. But very interesting. So a lot of people think that Hal Finney is Satoshi. I don't think so necessarily. I think Satoshi is a group of people. But who is actually using the Satoshi moniker, like in emails and things like that? I'm guessing more like Dave Kleiman. Not sure though. But Hal Finney was the first recipient of Bitcoin, and to receive the very first Bitcoin transaction from Satoshi Nakamoto, you would have to know Satoshi Nakamoto, and so therefore he did know him. And I think Craig Wright was involved in some way. Maybe he was like an ancillary character, just like maybe like involved in emails in some way, shape, or form. I don't think he was really Satoshi, but a good few people were involved in it, which is pretty clear. But was it one person making it entirely and then consulting people like Hal Finney or Dave Kleiman or even Craig Wright, or was it just a group of people and they all sort of used it to try and remain anonymous? Who knows? Big question, such a mystery. But thanks, Hal Finney, for helping out with Bitcoin. You will forever be remembered. Moving on to a new article here. And now I know there was a lot of FUD and a lot of fake news with this, but it's turning out to be real news. Bitcoin replaces CEO Jihan Wu after Bitcoin Cash gamble fails. So according to South China Morning Post, the Bitcoin mining behemoth is looking to name a new CEO to replace the company's co-founders. Anonymous sources say the current engineering director is the front runner for the job. So again, anonymous sources say, and like I said, there has been probably a dozen articles over the past month or two about Jihan Wu stepping down, and so far that has not happened. So some of them are fake. Some of them might be based on real, inside knowledge. We'll have to see here, though. While there's no official word from Bitmain, these sources say the company entered a leadership transition period in December. Again, so it's been going on for a good month or two now. These articles have been coming out. Back in 2018, Bitcoin has reported Wu's demotion from director in November, from director to a supervisor. Also in late December, reports broke out Chinese media of the imminent resignation of Wu and Zhan. There's also no definite timeline for the completion of the leadership reshuffle. Sources indicate that both Wu and Zhan will become co-chairs of the company. The new CEO will handle the daily administration of the firm, while the pair will still have the final say on big decisions. So according to SCMP sources, both Wu and Zhan had disagreements, as CEO Wu in particular has come under intense criticism for the company's bet on Bitcoin Cash, and Zhan, on the other hand, has led Bitmain's diversification efforts, especially into the artificial intelligence era. So if the reports are accurate and Bitmain does get a new CEO, a daunting task awaits the selected individual. After a stellar 2017 and a promising start to 2018, the second half of the year appeared to be fizzle out for the Bitcoin mining behemoth. Bitmain is yet to release its Q3 2018 financial report, but speculation is rife of losses north of $740 million, so nearly $1 billion in losses with Bitmain. A lot of the financial trouble stems from inventory losses as well as the expensive Bitcoin Cash hash war of November 2018. And recently, the company even began laying off a significant portion of its workforce. They fired the R&D department in Israel, and this move has been followed by another massive downsizing, nixing the company's Bitcoin Cash development team. So I think Bitmain is kind of a little bit crass about how they won, yet sort of lost the war of Bitcoin Cash. So they won. It's kind of like winning a war, but then you realize when you look around, everything around you is now destroyed, bodies everywhere. You have lost most of your population. They have lost most of theirs. They gave up, but did you really win? The company's IPO plan is another casualty of the financial turmoil within the company. Despite announcing plans for an IPO listing in Hong Kong, all signs point to such plans being unfeasible at the present time. So it's very interesting what happened to Bitmain. For years and years, making ant miners. I don't remember even what the Antminer 1 was. The S5 and the S7, the S9, etc. that were on the S15. And everything just went down for them. So they were pre-mining on these and making a ton of money in 2017, and then that mining just turned out to not be profitable. You have to have an extremely low electricity cost to be able to successfully mine on the S9, etc., especially not the S7s or anything like that. So they've been basically losing money. They were using script miners as well to mine Litecoin, and just no money coming from them. 740 million in losses, $750 million in losses. I'd like to take a small percentage of that, maybe 1%. I'll be fine with 1%. It's okay. Just like funnel that this way. Even just 1%, I'm fine. 1/10%. I'm good with. Either way, so it looks like Bitmain is going to have some changes here soon, and it's not looking too good for Bitmain. But I'm not too worried about it. Now there is going to be a problem, I suppose, if they shut down completely. The hash rate of Bitcoin will drop dramatically because they have a lot of miners. Which is good, but then again, it could result in too much of a hash drop. Maybe it could lead to 51% attacks. Who knows? I don't know if they have that much hash rate that they'd actually cause a danger to it. But it was Bitmain, really. I would say it was mostly Bitmain that really caused Bitcoin to go from GPU to ASIC and really started the whole ASIC revolution. So now it's basically impossible to take away all the ASICs and go back to GPUs on Bitcoin. So it's forever going to be a sort of an ASIC mined mined cryptocurrency, and it's going to be kind of weird unless the hash rate drops overall. If people keep making on ASICs, if we're at this point now with only 17.65 or so Bitcoin mined. What's it going to look like in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years? What's the Bitcoin hash rate going to look like, and how much electricity is it going to take to mine just one Bitcoin, especially with the halving and everything? So 17.4 million circulating supply, nearly five. But yeah, coin market cap 123 billion. So we can see that those two sell-offs were pretty much whale sell-offs. If you just go back and you look at like the 7 day, you can see that somebody had bought a whole bunch, brought it up here, and made sort of a what doesn't really look like on here so much, but a Bart Simpson. And the idea is that like how do they make money on this? And they certainly did. Let me just talk about that for just a second. So if you're a whale and you buy a bunch on an exchange, you might think, okay, well it rose it by $200, but it really didn't rise any more than that. So where was their sell off? And it was probably about here. And you think to yourself, well, that they didn't make any money doing that because it was the same price when they sold it, but they probably did. Here's how it works: is that you buy a bunch and you raise the price. Then you watch and you see where it's going to go with the volume, etc. Where is it going to go? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down from here? So you can actually make a position in terms of like a futures or a margin position, and you could either long it or you can short it from here. So they discover, okay, well, the price isn't going to go up from here. We did raise the price. We raised the hype a little bit, but it wasn't enough. The people aren't buying in and further raising the price. And what we're going to do is we're going to short it here and then sell. So they short it and sell and lower the price again and complete their shorts somewhere down here. So you don't need to raise the price so much that it continues raising so that they can sell it later. You just raise the price so that you can flatten it out and see where what people are going to do. Are people really buying in? Okay, we're going to long it. We're gonna long it and we're gonna sell it later on. And if people aren't really buying in, it's not looking too good, we're gonna short it. Then we're gonna sell our supply, and then we're gonna pick up more later on. So it's pretty genius the way that the whales are definitely manipulating it. But it's really nothing new. I mean, this sort of thing has been going on for who knows, 70, 80, maybe even 100 years, that you would be able to do exactly this. This is nothing necessarily new. It's just an unregulated market that you can just sort of slap money back and forth, and nobody's really going to do anything to you. Nobody's ever really been arrested in the crypto world for ever like maliciously trading. Nobody even really gets arrested in the stock market for maliciously trading, if you will, in the regulated market, because pump and dumps aren't allowed in the stock market. Those are illegal. You could be arrested for doing that, possibly. But not in the crypto world, because it's an unregulated market. So I could just run, if I wanted to, I could just run a pump and dump group. We could just do it all day, every day, and nobody's going to arrest you because it's just not technically illegal to do that. So it's been going on for a long time. This is nothing new. People are really surprised by this and the manipulation. But what I say is just when you see one of these increases like this, now it's hard to say, because I could tell you, hey, once this increases, just sell your Bitcoin, because within a day, maybe 2 days, somebody's going to end up selling the same amount of volume. It's going to go down the same amount that these straight up purchases went. So you see this wall right here. It went up $200. If you sold, even here at 4,000, now you sold your Bitcoin, and it's going to go down by at least $200 within a couple days. It's always within like 3 days that these happen. You can look at the charts and see if I'm right or wrong. You can always see it happen. Now, one time there might be a bull run, and when this $200 occurs, there might be another 200, there might be another 200, and then it's just going to keep going. And then if you sold, you got to buy back in now. Not a big loss, but now you got to buy back in, and that's okay, but not ideal, if you will. Hodling in that sense would have just been better, rather than selling and then having to buy in at a slightly higher price. But you can see how this works. It's pretty easy. You just sell your Bitcoin when you see these. You go, whoop, it's time to sell, and then you just look at your watch. I gotta watch. It's built into the skin, because crypto. And 2 days later, it's going to go back down. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. That's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. That helps a lot. Social media in the description below. My Twitter, my Steam, my Twitch. Follow me on all of them. But I appreciate you guys watching. Again, hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.